Greetings. This is going to be a love vibe energy reading. So this is going to be I upload these, or at least I try every week at least to upload a love vibe reading. And though it's uploaded that week does not necessarily mean that it's not going to resonate at other times when you watch it. So you may not watch this at the exact time frame, like the week that I do upload it, the day I upload it, or what have you, but I leave these energies to be open because I believe that readings will resonate at any point. Like, I don't like to put a limit on divine energy. So, and this one. So, yeah, this is gonna be a general divine love energy reading. And what I'm gonna do is tap into the energies first before I pull any cards because I feel led to do that. So I'm going to ask that this reading be divinely protected from any nonsense, any lower vibrational energies, activity, any outside noises, fogginess, imbalance, ungroundedness. And that this reading brings accuracy and clarity to those who are meant to receive the message. And now keep in mind, not everything is going to pertain to you in the reading because it's not a personal reading, but what does need to stand out to you will. And if it doesn't resonate at all, maybe it's not the time. Maybe it'll resonate at some other point in your life, or it's just not, it was not the message for you at all. So, all right. I'm going to center real quick, make sure that my energy is right. All right. And I'm also wanting to tap in to any people involved in this energy, divine spirit. Please give me clear guidance, clear message. Okay. Okay, so some of you guys really need peace of mind, okay? And, we come to these readings usually for peace of mind, for confirmation, for direction and all that. But it's like you really, someone here, like, or just maybe the majority of you are looking for that peace. You're not clear on some things. You may feel a little bit lost. You're second guessing yourself. You keep hitting roadblocks and challenges. Um, I can identify with this. So I do feel for some of you, like where you are in your life right now, you're trying to make sense of where you are. And I would suggest going within more and because what happens if you're someone who is prone to tarot readings, whether that be getting your own tarot readings, or doing your own tarot readings, or going to readers, or watching readings online and stuff in abundance, it starts to cloud your energy. So take only what take some one information at a time. Don't over consume all of this information because what happens is it starts to stagnate. Like it starts to be a clutter. Okay, it's like you are taking on way too much energy, if that makes sense. So you're plugged into too many different frequencies and energies, and though the messages may be similar, some messages may, because it depends on your energy, where you're at. If you're in a stable, grounded energy where you're conscious, you're aware of what you're seeking, what you're asking, what you're what you're doing. Especially, I want to say pick a cards, because I notice that people get real caught up in that, okay? Obsessively, okay? Um, Asking for the same topics, the same questions over and over again, and like within a day's or week's time. And I don't feel like that's, um, mm, I feel like it could be an overkill to you. It's too much, taking on way too much energy, to where after a while it stops not being accurate to you. Not saying that the reader you're watching is inaccurate. It's inaccurate to you, because you're tapping into the energy too much. Like you're way too up close to it, and you start to get confused. So draw back a little bit, okay? Yes, energy changes and flows by the day, but some energies do stay consistent. So it's not always going to be a big leap of a shift in energy to where you have to constantly keep looking into something, if that makes sense. Okay. So that being said, I feel like this group right here, you have unrest, uneasiness. Um, I feel like spirit speaks to this group in dreams in different ways. They may use characters and people to get your attention in the dream, certain things that are being said in the dream. So I'm going to tap into these energies and see what Divine Spirit has to say about this. The Seven of Cups, dreams. Dreams. And even your dreams may not be making sense right now. Thank you. Justice. Two of Swords, Six of Swords. So it's like a lot of mental activity, like a lot of it, and maybe even a little bit of fogginess too with the Seven of Cups. It's too many different energies fluctuating, too many different emotions and energies. If you guys are asking about a person's emotions, you may get different shifts, like different things. Like one minute, this person feels this way, and then the next, and you start to get confused. And that's why I'm saying you got to do things in a balanced way. Okay, the Two of Swords, the Six of Swords, these are even numbers. This is a number of balance. I don't see this Two of Swords in the traditional light that tarot depicts the Two of Swords as. I see this as a person that is going within themselves, a person that is balancing out both minds, whether it be making a decision, whether this is you tapping into your higher self, whether this be balancing out your intuition and what you're gathering, what you're picking up. Because I also feel like this is a portal of energy. This person is receptive to divine energy. They're listening to their higher self. They're listening to whatever you want to call it, God, your ancestors, a higher council, that's on the other side of this, that can see. There's a lot of illuminative energy. I get that a lot of you are going to receive clarity. You are, but it's like you got to go within. Okay, you have to go within, and I do feel like you have to pay attention when you're getting dreams or any signs or synchronicities, to document them and note them and ask spirit to discern what this means. Don't just go off of, oh, I saw this person's name, oh, I saw this number, I heard this song. Like, songs may be a little bit more direct in the message and what is coming, but always ask spirit to discern the message. Always test the spirit, like, where is this coming from? If you guys are very in tune with yourself, you'll know pretty much if it's coming from a trustworthy source or a higher source that it has good intentions, or if it's a trickster energy, or if this is you doing this, like, your ego manifesting or creating energy. So you'll know the difference. And then you have the Justice card. So the Justice card, again, it's like a portal of light coming down, and she's blindfolded. So her decisions are not based off of what she sees. It's based off of what's internal, like what's inside within the self. The crown chakra also I get from this card. It's a lot of these portals above these people's heads. And then you got the Six of Swords. I feel like you are moving into clarity, okay? And it may be very suddenly, very quickly. I get like a time span between 2 to 6 days, or sometime during the time that you watch this, if not this week. Why does my light keep going off? I don't like that. Stop. Okay. All right, so let's see, what else do we have here? What else do they need to know? Because you guys are foggy, and you're not trusting the guidance and the sources that you're receiving messages from. But let's see, Divine Spirit, please tap into the energy. Knight of Swords, the King of Cups. Okay, so like again, you guys are not communicating with this person that you're talking to or asking about, seeking guidance on. Okay, there's a lot of court cards here. And what stands out to me is, again, there's a lot of swords. There's a lot of air energy. You got the Fool, which I believe is Aquarius energy. The Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. Now it's in reverse. Um, the King of Cups can represent water energy, but emotional. There's someone that you're emotionally attached to, connected to, someone that you have feelings for, someone that you may think about from time to time. This person could be sending you messages. I feel like Spirit's saying that there's some sort of truth that you need to dissect. Ugh. I heard decipher, dissect, discern. It's like all those D words. This person's name could start with the D. I don't know. I'm just getting there's a lot of shit that's coming through. Excuse me, but that's what I'm getting. The Ace of Swords is the truth, okay? There's a truth that's there. And the truth for you guys, once you receive it, it may be challenging. It may not be easy for you to dissect. It could be like, I'm glad I got the clarity, but it may not be everything that, may not be as light and fluffy. For some of you, it is a victory. It's clear and cut, but now it's like, okay, well, what do I do? Or once you receive it, you'll know. Like it's so clear. And I feel like a lot of you um are getting some sort of messages about this person, if not from this person, if you're not communicating, and you may be asking if this person's going to communicate with you or something. I do feel with the Fool card, though, the Fool card, there's going to be some sort of breakthrough of energy, a new beginning, in some sense when it comes to the situation. When I say that, you have to leave that open, okay? Don't just immediately go, okay, a new beginning. That means that we're gonna have a new beginning together. It's something that's being a new energy, okay? It's at the ground zero right now, so it's still like energies that are forming, if that makes sense. The Two of Swords in reverse, you don't have peace and clarity, and for some of you, this is coming out of this place of lack of clarity into the Ace of Swords. So let me clarify this Knight of Swords and this Page of Swords and King of Cups, these court cards. These cards are coming out, I'm telling you. The Queen of Wands. Okay, there's a lot of different energies here. You got the King of Pentacles. I want to see if there's any more court. King of Swords. Seven of Cups is back out again. I don't like pulling too many cards, but this is, I feel like for some, this is people. For some of you, this is people, and for some of you, these are energies, these court cards. I am noticing a lot of swords, a lot of energy in regards to communication. Some of you guys could be dealing with air signs. Some of you guys could be dealing with a fire sign, a earth sign person. Or this could be someone that you have some sort of established energy with. Someone that you do communicate with in some sort of way. This could be a person. I don't feel like everyone here has had a sexual relationship with this person, but for some of you, maybe. This person is definitely, if not anything else, they are attracted to you or drawn to your energy. There's a strong desire for a commitment from a feminine energy here. It's a lot of passion when it comes to commitments and marriage, or this person sparks that desire for marriage in you. The Seven of Cups, again, I feel like this person may not be clear with you, so they may come to you in your dreams, or there's some sort of barrier in communication to where the only source for you guys to communicate is through your dreams, or someone is trying to communicate with the other person in their dreams, or you may be actively trying to reach out to this person on a spiritual level, if you're a feminine energy, most likely. And then the Three of Wands here. Someone is anticipating an arrival, and for some of you, it is a masculine energy that's waiting for something to come through. If not you, that they're waiting on, or waiting for something to happen. They're waiting on things in their life, and they could be in a spiritual place, like a part of their journey right now where they're just trying to discover things, and they're holding their breath for like what's to come, because they're at a place where they feel like they're at a crossroads within themselves and their energy as well. And that's why certain things cannot form between you, if it's even meant to. But I feel for some of you, like, this is why they, you know, or someone's waiting on this person to commit to them. With the World card and the Ace of Pentacles, there will be an ending and a new beginning in someone's life. If not together, then someone here, or both parties individually, there's going to be a new beginning. And the Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity to manifest something, or take what's manifested and build upon that, and create a new energy, a new beginning. So it's funny, you got the first major arcana card and the last major arcana card in the tarot, the World. So I do get, like, there's a connection. If it's not with the person that you're asking about and this energy is resonating with, then it's definitely, there's still a connection out. There's a divine connection, a spiritual connection on the other side of this. Now, music is speaking to a lot of you, or movies. Music and movies specifically, I'm getting. There's a lot of gems and a lot of messages in that for you, okay? Spirit speaking to you through this. If it's not a person, because there's someone in here that it's like this person that some of you are asking about, or you make your presence known, because there's a lot of swords. Let's eliminate some of these mugs out of here. Okay, Knight of Swords, King of Swords, Page of Swords. The only person you don't have here is a feminine, the Queen of Swords. You got all the Swords Quartz cards. So there's a lot of energy through communication. Okay, this person may be, I'm getting a lot of different messages. This person may be maturing. This person may also, does not mean that they're air sign, but they could be. But this person could also be leveling up, or in some way mustering up the courage to speak their truth in some sense, okay? But this person has learned from the past not to be too quick to vocalize something or say or act on something before they really think things through. This person has matured, and maybe the reason why the Queen of Swords is here is because they've had to do this without any type of influence or your influence to do this. This was all self-mastered. If you're a masculine energy, then this is speaking of you. And I feel like there's a masculine energy that's really making their presence known through some sort of form of communication, or wants to, or you make your presence known to this person. But I feel like this is a masculine energy that's making their presence known. If you're a masculine energy, you're making your presence really known. You're communicating in ways that maybe you don't know of. Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, someone is communicating. And I feel this is at the time where it's like, it's something collective. It's like a collective of energy. Because there's a feminine energy here that is giving up hope, or has lost hope, or just not necessarily giving up all hope. I still feel like there's an inch of it there, like a, you know how they say the faith of a mustard seed, like someone still has something there, but they do feel like a sense of like things are at a standstill, they're on hold, maybe feeling like I need to abandon this and isolate this because there's nothing happening. But I do feel like communication is coming in some form. Like, it may not come in the physical way that you want it to, but there's communication that's happening, and I feel like it's rapid. A lot of messages, synchronicities, dreams, messages, like that's a form of spiritual communication. Like, it's so common nowadays, but it's because, or we've just become more aware of it. But the thing is like, it's a form of communication. It's just more on a spiritual level, and you have to be in tune with yourself to get it. The Hierophant. The Hierophant here, again, is that red string of fate energy. Someone's very dedicated to this connection, or they're just subconsciously dedicated to it. And it's like when you're serving your purpose, and that's why it's important, the Two of Cups. Well, this is why it's important when people say, like, you have to really focus on yourself. You really have to you got to do the work on yourself, because if this is a divine connection, or whatever the case may be, like, it's going to serve a purpose, whatever it is in your life, or it is serving a purpose in your life. This is not always about the light and fluffy. This is not always about the romance and all of that. That's the icing on the cake. And Spirit wants us, wants us to enjoy life, and to be joyful, and to have companionship, and to connect with others. But I feel like we come here with purposes, and that's first. And this connection, if it's a divine connection, usually the connection itself, it's a purpose within it. So I feel like you have to serve your purpose, because if not, you cannot come together when you don't know yourself and you don't know your place in life, or you're not walking your own truth and your own divinity. So I feel like that's what's this is like this is the energy too. This is what's really going on behind the scenes, that you really got to get in alignment in order with yourself and your purpose. With the Chariot card here, again, this is all about divine purpose, and I feel like this is achievements, high achievements beyond the physical realm. These are divine achievements, divine blessings and gifts, and this is a path that's being guided. Okay, so this is a lot of divine connection energy here, whether it be with the person you're asking about or not. I feel like you'll know, because there's a purpose here. You're not just making, like, you're not trying to attach yourself and your purpose to another person. I feel like spirit will reveal, if not already revealed to you, what your purpose is in each other's life in some sense, or you can see a similarity or some sort of how do I say it, like a complementary type of, because the thing about this is, like, I call it god mates, not to get all spiritual and religious, but like god mates usually, they're here to help each other. They play a significant role, like both parties do, and they have to coexist within that. They don't just come together just to be together. And that's why a lot of marriages don't last nowadays, because there's no spiritual purpose within it. There's no real goal in it. It's just to, oh, I just married this person because I love them. I'm sick of this light. I really am. Why does it keep coming off? Um, there's really no like spiritual purpose in it, other than, oh, we're gonna have kids and we just got married because we loved each other. We were together all these years and we just did it. Like, that's why some of them don't last. So I feel that it's something within it. Like, you see something, like it's a sense of dedication. It's a sense of a purpose. And it doesn't have to be that you guys are Michelle Obama and Obama or some shit like that. Or it doesn't have to be that deep, but it's a purpose to it. And the Two of Cups here it's an equal give and take of energy. Even when you're not together, it's a mutual, like, if I'm working on myself, they're working on themselves. If I'm deciding to, like, preserve my energy right now and not date, most likely maybe they're not. And that's not always the case, because maybe they have to learn lessons with other people, or maybe you do, vice versa. But it's something that you could see where you're both putting in the energy and effort into this. It's things that just align on both ends. It's not one-sided. If it's always one-sided, then that's a sign that something is out of alignment. The Ten of Swords in reverse, Four of Cups, Eight of Swords, and the Four of Swords. There's a lot of mental, like, you guys are really foggy, and you will come out of this. Okay, once you get to a place where you understand what your purpose is, or you start to ask questions about that, like, spirit, what is my purpose, or what's the purpose of this connection? Reveal to me, what is it? Or is there a purpose? Is there something that we're meant to do together? Is it something we're meant to learn together, teach? Is there something that is significant to serve the higher self, the spirit self, or to help others, or whatever? Is it more than just, we want to be together, or I want to be with this person, or have sex with them, or whatever, the mundane shit is that people think about with connections or relationships? What is the purpose of it? And even if it's just as simple as, does this person help me grow as a person? Does this person motivate me? Do I motivate them? Or is it just like a complacent connection? Like, is it the same day-to-day cycle? Is it growing? Is it evolving? And you got to ask that question with every connection, not just romantic-based connections, friendships, business-ships, family sometimes. Like, you really have to, like, get to that place. It's also you checking in with yourself. Like, what is it that I really need? What can I really provide for a person? Like, you got to get real with this. Like, if you're not really ready for what you're asking for, why would spirit give it to you? Or why would the energies align with something that's not a vibrational match to what's being asked for, right? So if you're asking to get married, or you want this highly vibrational connection where you guys got this type of bond, this type of connection, like where are you at with yourself with that? And if you know that this person is not there, but you just want them anyway, like you're just setting yourself up for failure and putting a pressure on this person that's not right. So I get with the Four of Cups too. This is again like this is something that's not ready yet with the Four of Cups. And someone's energy is coming. I feel like a feminine energy is coming to a masculine energy, and it's like they're not receptive to it. They're not receptive to it right now, or it could come in a dream state or dream place. But I feel like they're wise enough to know and sense your energy at this point, whoever this person is. And for some of them, they're just not in the place to receive it, or they deliberately don't want to for whatever reason. But I feel like with the Eight of Swords, like you have the ability to free your mind of this conflict if you just really go within. If you pay attention to what's inside or what is hidden rather than what you see on the surface, because that will throw you off. Like one of my soul sisters said, she was like, the spirit is majority of everything. This physical realm is just a projection for the most part. We materialize it, we make it real. So it's not really all of what it is. You got to go with the spirit first. And I was telling her too, like, you got to connect with your divine counterparts, higher self. Like, you got to know them on a spiritual level, because if you just go off of what you see physically and you don't have any type of discernment, you'll fall for anything and anyone at some point. You got to know what you're looking at. You got to have that connection with your divine counterpart's essence. I'm not saying to seek out a specific person's essence, maybe even to get to know who that person is on a spiritual level in some sense, like get to know who they are, rather than making up in your mind that this is my partner, this is the one because of how you feel, but like really get to know the person on a soul level as well as yourself. Like you gotta, that's work in itself, and I feel like that should be done first before anything else. But in order to know another person, if they are your soul, you have to know your own. You have to use your discernment, and that's why spirit is telling you to go within. And it could be the reason why energies are being rejected is because you're not going within. And this is not to be judgmental, this is just what I'm picking up, if that makes sense. And let's see, the Sun, the Five of Cups, the Seven of Cups is stalking. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams, okay? Pay attention to how people show up in your dreams, because spirit's revealing to you people for who they are. And some of you guys may be triggered in your dreams because it's things that you need to heal, but spirit's showing you who people are. And it's not just in a romantic content, whether that's good or whether you perceive that as a bad thing, like what you're being shown. Pay attention, because like I said, the spirit is what comes first. That's what matters, not this physical shit, not necessarily, okay? It's a representation of what the spirit is. Just like the spirit room, the dreams we have are symbols. Just like numbers are everything is a language. Animals represent a language, colors represent a language, numbers, sounds, frequencies, all of that, it speaks. So the Sun card, I'm getting, again, like this is going to be an illumination. And if it's not, it's something about the inner child that's being illuminated as well. And being in your childlike nature is also going to open up a lot of energies for you with the Five of Cups. Someone is healing, and this person that you're asking about, whether male or female, I don't feel like this is just just simply about a male or female or masculine or feminine energy. I feel like both parties are healing, and they're not able to fully recognize a connection or recognize a spiritual connection yet or fully. It's because they have to resolve what was not a spiritual connection. Someone may be kind of getting past some sort of loss or hurt with the Emperor card here. The masculine energy, like I feel if this is truly the one, like this is quote unquote that one, they're going through the exact same thing as you, but it's different maybe. We all have our own unique life story, but in some sense they all resonate. Like your soul tribe, like if you really get with them and you talk with them, like your situations will resonate with each other. They're similar. So that's how you know. And I feel like whoever this masculine energy is, if it's you watching or if it's you watching for them or asking about them, they're going through this, you both are going through the same thing, okay? Some of this is going to be inner child, and the inner child is going to open a lot up, a lot of illumination, a lot of clarity. This is in a positive sense, okay? So however spirit's got to do it, however it needs to come through, it's going to. But again, pay attention. This is, I think, the third time that the Seven of Cups came out. You guys may not be paying attention enough, or you guys need to pay attention more to the spirit realm more. And this is not saying be all up in the clouds and all of that, and like just discard, because you got to have balance. You got to stay grounded, and you also need to stay connected and in tune. But some of you guys are completely ignoring your spiritual work. Alright, so let's see. What does spirit want to say? Or not spirit. This person want to say to you. The person you're asking about, let's do it like this. If you're asking about a feminine, you're asking about a masculine, we're going to tap into what each party wants to say at this point. And maybe some messages resonate and some messages don't. I feel like the masculine energies have a lot to say, because all of those swords that came out, like the knights, the page, the king. So I feel like a masculine energy has a lot to say. So let's see, what does a feminine energy want to say at this time? Wants something to be made known. What is it? I feel like it's something about the confusion. Okay, player lifestyle is not for me. I've been avoiding you. I believe God made you as my equal. If marriage was still sacred. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of desire for marriage for feminine energies, or just to come together, of course. That's how it's always been, right? But I feel some of you guys may have tried to date around, or maybe that was your path at some point where you may have played the field a lot, dated multiple people, or tried to get past what you desired, which could have been marriage, or this connection, or a spiritual connection with someone. You feel like you just couldn't find it, so you tried to just kind of like ward it off, or maybe just play like this man eater or this womanizer, like I can't, I don't know, or whatever the case may be, you know what side you play on. But like trying to play this game like I don't need nobody and I'm just, living it up. I don't care whether you're dating someone or not. It's just that type of energy. When you're saying that that doesn't work for you, it's not you. And maybe this person has an assumption, or you feel like this person has made an assumption about you that you're a player, or you have multiple men or multiple women or something. And that's not who you are. And you're wanting that to be known if you're a feminine energy. You've been avoiding this person. I feel like emotionally, like you don't, at this point, you want to shut this person out, because I feel like this has not been so favorable for you, or it's at a point right now where you don't feel like there's much going on, or there's much happening, or you don't feel anything from this person, like you're not getting anything from them. Let's see, why does the feminine energy feel, let's see. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, because it's like this patience and waiting with the Seven of Pentacles, feeling like this person has made a mark and a place in your heart. But at the same time, it's like it's a lot of work, and some of you may be perceiving that you're doing it by yourself, or this person is just like focused on themselves to the point where you don't feel like they even care like that. Two of Pentacles. Maybe you feel like this person has chosen other things other than you, or chosen some sort of materialistic lifestyle, or prioritized like just other things over you, and it's caused you to feel mixed emotions about this person, or them sending you mixed feelings or something. So, but you still feel like this person is the one that spirit is like God, the universe, whatever created for you. Like you guys are divine complements, and I feel like a lot of you do still perceive this to be true. Like that's what you still feel, see. Whether that's true for everyone or not, that's how majority of you are perceiving it, feminine energy. And if you guys feel like if marriage was really something that was still sacred, and people really, people were really faithful and honest, and love was still, real love was something that was still important to people, you would marry this person in a second. Because when you're like a true love person, a true hearted person, or a pure hearted person, I should say, you don't think about it's like an inner child, like a child. When they love people, they just love them. They don't think, oh, they're gonna reject me, or they're gonna push me off if I try to hug them, or if I tell this person I love them, even if it's a stranger on the street. Like, if you feel a connection, kids will smile and say hi, or they'll hug you and they don't even know you. So it's like that's a desire that you have. Like, you love a person so much, you want to align with this person and dedicate to this person and dedicate to your connection, because that's the pure essence of you. But there's a part of you that feels like you've been wounded so much, or you've seen so much outside, or you feel like people nowadays don't care about real love or care about sacred marriage and union. So why the fuck would I, or something like that. So some of you guys need to heal some inner child wounds. I'm getting. Let's see what's up with the masculine's energy, like what they want to say. A lot. I told y'all. I told you. They got a lot of shit to say. A lot. I'm gonna try to do my best to like pick all this up because I'm already a little winded. There's someone else. Stop trying to control shit. I can sense how you are feeling and thinking. If you've had sex with this person, they're saying sex with you is not purely a physical act. My heart and soul explodes. I realize that I chose the wrong person. I'm enjoying my singlehood, and you need to rid yourself of some jealousy. So maybe this person is, like, for some of you, masculine energy is with somebody else or multiple people, or they're enjoying their singlehood. They feel like they chose the wrong person in the past. They don't want to control the course of how this goes. They can sense your anxiousness. They can sense everything that you feel and what you're thinking, to maybe not to a point of a mind reader, but to a point where, like, they know in some instance they're getting insight. This masculine right here, whoever I'm picking up on or whatever, they're in tune. and and I don't just get, like, just because they're spiritual or because they're intuitive or they're empaths. It's because if this is your true divine counterpart, they can sense your energy, especially if they're part of your soul tribe. Like, you can sense them and they can sense you. They sense when you're thinking about them, when you're mad at them, when you want to have sex with them. They can sense a lot. Empress, yeah, they feel your energy. And that's because maybe they're in tune with your higher self. Yeah. The Hangman. This person's spiritually enlightened, and for some of you, maybe not as much as you, or maybe, shit, if not more than you, right now, at least, this person, or they could just naturally just communicate with you, and they can sense that, or they're getting spiritual insights about you, so they know what's up with you. Feminine energy. That's interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. So yeah, they are aware. Like, if this was a situation where this person was, messing around with other people or chose someone else, or they feel like before they met you, they if they're in a situation where they're stuck or they're freeing themselves of being in a situation, they know that they chose the wrong person at some point. Like, this was not the person I was supposed to be with. Um, they felt kind of, I feel kind of gypped or kind of stupid for their choice, and I feel like this is a need by you knowing this, is to have compassion, because we we choose things based off of where we are at the time, of what we think was best for us, or maybe this person felt somewhere deep inside that maybe this wasn't the right person that they should be getting with, but something still guided them to do it. You have to take into consideration that things happen for a divine reason, or if it was a karmic connection, because it, as you guys call it, karmic partner. We have karmic connections with people because there's things that we need to learn. So if that was the case, then they did what they were supposed to do. Even if they feel like I did the wrong thing, they did what was right at the time because they needed to go through that. So that's why it's necessary for you guys to have compassion and be grateful that they, if this is your person and they've dealt with multiple people, or they're dealing with someone else, and deep down inside, like, I've had this inkling about a lot of people. Like, I just have this discernment to tell when people are not gonna last in relationships. Like, I can just feel the energy. Like, I could care less. Like, how much y'all go out on dates, how cute y'all look, and everybody's shipping you, I can discern energy and be like, y'all two are not gonna stay together. You don't really match. Freak, like your vibrations don't match. So I'm usually good at that, and I just wait it out and just let the shit just happen because it's none of my business. But usually I've been on point with that, just witnessing that, and also people that I've dealt with when they play the little games that they play. I'm like, yeah, we'll see, and it always ends up a certain way. So it's like, if you know that this person is truly meant for you, you have to like let them play out their life because they got to go through that, and you got to thank that other person that they're with because they're helping you, or it's really this person, they're helping your person. It's not really about you, so you got to take yourself out of it because that's their karmic alignment. Just like you've had karmic partners, or you do have karmic partners, and maybe they know that you're seeing someone else, and maybe they suspect that, but they don't want you to like try to control things. This person, to me, unless this is their higher self speaking, I feel like you guys would know better. This person seems to be more like aligned with themselves and their higher self and your higher self, more spiritually aware than what you might think. Um, because this person, like this masculine energy I'm picking up, they feel energy. They can feel your energy. Like they know when you're about to call them. They know that you're sad, that you're crying. They know that you are angry. They know when you just found some bullshit out about them. They can sense when you're about to pull up on them, like drive around the corner. They can sense it. They know something's gonna happen significant in your life. If you say certain things, they can read into your energy where other people might just go along with everything you say, and this person be like, I already know what they're trying to say. Just like you might be able to do that with them. And it's, again, it could be their spiritual gifts. It could also be all I'm saying too, because if this is your true divine counterpart, they can sense your energy. They know what's going on. So you need to rid yourself of jealousy. This person is like aware that you're jealous about something or you're insecure. Maybe you've said that before. Maybe you've acted out in a way that they already know, but that's a problem for you. This is a wound that needs to be healed. And this person's enjoying their singlehood, and it could be because for a lot of them, where they're at is they're trying to figure out their own situations. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're trying to run from love. The Justice card, yeah. um I feel like this person's enjoying their singlehood because this person is clearing out karmic cycles right now, and they feel like they need to do this on their own. They need to be in their own space without any distractions. The Queen of Cups. So that doesn't mean that there's not any love here. The Strength card. Yeah, they're trying to heal. They're trying to, like, and this could also be nurturing the self, like really spend time with themselves and give back to themselves for once. The Six of Wands, because yeah, it's like they will feel proud of themselves and they'll be more capable to come through like in the way that you desire them to. If this is the person, like they'll be more capable. Like I said, you don't want a turkey that's half cooked. Like you don't want a cake that's still doughy. Like, you know what I mean? Like you don't want that. So, and I feel like for a lot of you, divine feminine energy, you give this person a lot of strength, okay? You both are fighting inner battles. You're both fighting a lot. They have their armor on, okay? Feminine energy, yours, her armor is only at the top. So I get like you have to protect your higher self. Like you might do a lot of work in the spirit realm, whereas this person, I mean, their armor is all around, but I feel like more of their is heart energy, more of karmic connections, more on stability, their material world, their connections with others. Whereas yours is like heart centered energy and spiritual energy that you have to do a lot of work and fight a lot of battles. And it's not always easy, but I feel like you, again, that complementary energy where you guys are complementing each other, you guys are balanced where the other lacks, the other has, and vice versa. And yeah, so I feel like you both may give each other some sort of strength energetically, whether you realize it, whether you're actively in each other's lives or you're not actively in each other's lives. But I just feel like this person is enjoying where they are because they're learning a lot about themselves, or they're going through their own battles and they have to. This person is like, let me do it type of person. Like they don't want to feel like they're dependent upon other people or that they are making people responsible. Yeah, this person's hailing the moon. So though it may be unclear as to where things are, you have to get in tune with the subconscious, the spiritual energy right now. And I do feel like the feminine energy needs clearing. And I also feel the more that the masculine energy reflects and heals on what they need to, the closer they are to reaching that place, whatever it be, that emotional place within themselves, or feeling at home again, or coming back home to what's theirs, basically. Okay, so both of you guys are doing that. You see these two houses right here. There's a castle back here. So it's like they're journeying, they're coming back, you know. Or if the energy between you two, like you guys are in each other's lives, but it's just like things are off balance, like it will come together. Like they're gonna come back, or it's gonna be a balance and harmony. And I feel like these two houses and the two wolves represent the feminine and masculine energies. That the key to this is really the spirit energy going within, because a lot of this shit, the physical right now is like it's stagnant, it seems, or it seems like it's on hold. Not a lot is happening. It may be boring right now between you and this person, or you guys are not communicating, you have not seen this person. And I'm not telling anybody that they need to hold on to a person. That's why spirit says you got to go within and you need to focus on self as well, because if you're not in tune with yourself, you're not in a good space either way it goes. So you'll just be walking around like a chicken with their head cut off, like, you know what I mean? So this physical, like, don't get too caught up in it. Don't get too caught up in it. I feel like going within, you're calling yourselves closer back to your home, back to each other. Spirit will illuminate what you need to see at this time. There, and the thing about it is, like, you're not always gonna see everything. You may get the end result. You may not feel like, I don't know how to get there, or maybe you want to see all the steps and all the ways there and how is it gonna unfold. And spirit is like, we're not doing that because you're not doing anything to really get there. So it's like it's like a video game. Like you gotta like, it's levels to the shit. So play or turn the game off and go sit down somewhere, because basically that's what this is. Love is not a game, of course, no, but you gotta do the work, my deal. If And that's the thing, like if you're really aligned with this message and this is like you're really about spiritual unions and connections, and you want a connection that's real, you don't want this fake 3D based off of, you know, superficial stuff and temporary energies and all of that. You really say you want a soulmate, you got to figure out who you are, what your soul is, and what your purpose is. And it's not something that's just gonna just follow and throw just because you guys say that's what you want. You want this soulmate and all of this and all of that, but like it's work. It's spiritual work. It's not just about that. Like you gotta be careful what you ask for. You know what I mean? And if that's what you came here for, you're strong enough to endure what you feel like is a long period, a long time. And it's really a test because a lot of people cannot stick it out. Like people get married and they don't really think about the dedication that it really takes to like really, you know, equally yoked type of energy, like what they say. It's like church terms and Bible terms and stuff like that, but you're really getting that deep into it. And some people don't care about it. Like that's some people's thing with love, is not that deep. Like it's just, I want a companion. I want somebody that I can wake up next to, have kids with, go on trips with, have sex with, whatever we do. Like it doesn't even have to be all that deep. Some people get married for business wise and it's a mutual thing. So it's not always that deep, but those that choose that path where it does require more heart and soul dedication to it, it does take work. It does. Like, you have to really learn your own soul in order to even connect with another person. Like, you really have to. So I'm going to pull one more card just as like a self-love message from Divine Spirit. Venus in Libra. It says, align yourself with environments, circumstances, and those whom inspire you. Beauty can be experienced within infinite sources of life. You just have to be in tune with self in order to see it. So again, Spirit is saying to, like, right now, to start aligning yourself with, places and people that and circumstances that really motivate you, and try to see the beauty within all aspects of life. You can find beauty in anything in life. And I also feel like Spirit is saying that you can only see the beauty within all circumstances and situations and people when you start to really get in tune with yourself. Because this also is an act of self-love, that not every shadow is beautiful in our physical eyes, because we look at our shadows as like, oh, I was a bad person, or I deserved it, or I don't trust people, or this is why this is happening, or blah blah blah. It's easy to do that instead of saying, that's what motivated me. How will I know what true love is if I didn't know what true love wasn't? How will I know the value of money if I didn't lose money? Or how would I know what genuine people were without learning what ingenuine people were like? You know what I mean? So you have to go through certain things in order to discern the other, or just different experiences that motivate you, that inspire, that give you a story, a testimony, inner strength. So it's, that's what I'm getting. So hopefully that resonated with you guys. Much love. I appreciate you. I didn't mean to keep you guys so long, but yeah, it just kind of came through like that. So if you guys would like your own personal readings, check the description box. If you guys would like to purchase any of the decks that I use, my own personal decks at least, not the tarot deck, the oracles, those are available on my website. Much love to you. Peace.